Good evening from wherever you're watching. If you're watching live or if you're watching on the replay, good day. I am Shani Leatham. It is day 3 of the Wealth Energy Masterclass. It is our final day, and it is a good one. It is a good one. I am so excited to have gotten to this day with you guys, to have gotten to this point where we are now ready to elevate ourselves to the next level. We are now in a position where our energy levels are higher, where we understand what it means to be in a wealth energetic state, what it means to live from a place that is different from where we currently are. We now know what it means to adopt the identity of the person that we want to be. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. We know how to adopt a wealth identity. Yeah. So we did that over day 1. We did that over day 2. And today we are going to be tackling something that is, in my opinion, the most important in order to start manifesting what you want. We are going to be talking about vision. So we are going to discuss and create the vision for the rest of 2025 and into 2026. So again, welcome to day 3 of Wealth Energy. This masterclass, this summit has been so rewarding, so fulfilling, such great energy between the screens, those who are watching, those who come on the replay, and the comments, the DMs that I'm getting, the feedback, wonderful. I'm so happy to hear all of your encouragement, but also all of your talks about what you've learned and how your perspectives have changed, and what you knew to be one thing is completely different because you allowed yourself to think differently and to receive something that is not a part of your norm. So I'm so excited for you. I love that. Little housekeeping, this format today, I've decided to change the format. So it was going to be a full hour and a half going into 2 hours, depending on if we had the Q&A session and talking about the programs, the courses, and all of that good stuff. However, I have decided I'm going to shorten today's course, today's offering, okay? And we are going to just talk vision. I will introduce the programs and such. We'll do the Q&A on another day. I wanted to create what I call the VIP day. So our VIP day is for those who have questions about the programs, about our courses, about our offerings, even the one-on-one coaching, have questions about what you've learned over these last couple days, have questions or concerns about what it would look like to transform yourself from one state to the next, and how to actually live from a place of not just having wealth energy, but having wealth. So we're gonna have a wealth energy VIP day tomorrow. And that's going to be about 35 to 40 minutes, just straight focus. It's for those who are clear that they want more, clear that they desire more, and they're willing to get more. For those of you who just want this information for today and over the last couple days, totally fine. I get it. I love it. I honor you. This is for you. But for those who are ready to step into their next iteration of themselves, that's what VIP day is going to be about. Okay, so today we're talking vision. I'm going to take you through a guided visualization. That's one of my favorite things to do with my clients, favorite things to do with my students, to get them to see what it would be like to have the things that they want. So I'm going to walk you through that guided visualization. I'm going to take you through the creating of the vision for yourself. And then again, we're going to talk a little bit about the programs and such. So if you have any questions, great. I like to start all of my sessions, we know this, with a quick prayer. So if I believe in God, whether you do or not, I do, so you'll have to indulge me. So dear God, thank you so much for allowing me to speak to your children, to speak to your loved ones. I want you to speak through my vocal cords and think through my mind. Help me convey to them that there is so much more on this earth that is waiting for them. None of me and all of you. In Jesus' name, amen. So we are going to start talking about vision today. So I have a question for you. Do you know what you want out of your life? Do you know what you want the rest of 2025 to look like? Do you know what you want 2025 to feel like? Because that's really important. Let's start there. If you don't know what you want, then it's going to be impossible for you to get it. Yeah? It's going to be impossible for you to get it. And in order for you to get it, you have to be so crystal clear. Like, it has to be the thing that you see in your sleep, in your visions, in your dreams, as you're walking down the street. When you see other people, you can't see them, you just see what you want. It is so pressing, so top of mind. You are obsessed with this idea, obsessed with this goal. And so that's what we're working on today. Okay? So, how do you create the vision? How do you create the vision for the rest of your year, for the rest of 2025 and going into 2026? Let's start there. You might need a pen and some paper. As yesterday and the day before, there's work, but this work is going to be in real time. I have not assigned, and I'm not going to assign any homework for this lesson today, okay? By the way, if you have not done lesson 1 and lesson 2's homework, it is posted in this group. Please download it and get to getting. If you have not done it, I want you to ask yourself, why not? Because you have been called here for a reason. Okay? Whether it was God who told you to come here, and it's almost always God who tells you to come here, but you are called here for a reason. There's something that you want out of this life that you have not yet experienced. There's something that you want out of this life that you don't know how to get yet. And there's something out of this life that you have not yet realized or learned about yet. That's why you're here. So the homework is to benefit you. It is to reinforce what you have learned on day 1 and day 2. It's not punishment. This is not school, like you get on the wrist for it. No, it's not that. It's literally to help you, to guide you, to solidify the information, to help it sink in so that you can make informed decisions, make informed choices, live a better life, create the life that you desire, and start really thinking about things. We accept things for the sake of accepting them. Just because somebody told us something doesn't mean that it is so. And so this homework also gets you to start thinking in a different way. Because why are you the way you are? Why are you the way you are? Why are we all the way we are? This homework is going to help you figure that out. It's going to help you examine some beliefs. It's going to help you realize that some things are not helpful to you anymore, that it's gotten you just to this place, but now you need to start thinking, doing, acting, believing, and emoting differently from here on out to get something else, okay? So that's my little tangent about doing the work. So do the work. Do the work, okay? So we want to create the vision, back to vision, for the rest of 2025 and into 2026. And so this is your starting point. And in my opinion, and what I do when I work with my students and my clients, it is in their opinion as well, the most important part, the starting point. This question that I'm going to ask you and that you need to ask yourself is the jump off to your quantum leap. It's the jump off to your manifestation. It's the jump off to you changing your reality. And so the question is, if anything and everything were possible, what would I love? So if anything and everything were possible, what would I love? What would I love to have? What would I love to be? What would I love to do? What would I love to experience? What would I love to, or where would I love to go? If there were no limitations, you don't have to worry about how it's going to happen. You don't have to worry about what people are going to say. You don't have to worry about if you can pay for your home or not. You don't have to worry about any of that. If anything and everything were possible, you had all the resources in the world, what would you love? That is where you begin. Because where all the things you desire are in your life right now, it's in your imagination. We know, as a people, as humans, we know so much of what we don't want. We know what we don't like. We know what we don't love. We know what we don't want to experience. We know what we won't eat. We know where we won't go. But do we know what we love? Do we know what we like? It's hard for people to say what they like. So I want you to really think this through. If anything and everything were possible, what would I love? And so, do you want to live free and clear in your home? I don't say mortgage free, because to focus on having a mortgage, to say mortgage free means you're focusing on the mortgage you will always have. Rent free, the rent you will always have. Debt free, the debt you will always have. So, do you want to live free and clear in your home? Would you love that? I think most people would love that, right? Would you want to have a second or a third property around the world? Maybe a vacation home, a beach home, rental properties so you can bring in some extra income? Is that something that you would love? Do you want to live the life of a millionaire? Do you want to live the life of a millionaire? So with all the access, right? All the experiences, all the resources, all the freedom, all the peace of mind. Is that something that you would love? Would you love to be in better health? Who wouldn't love to be in better health, right? Would you love to have and be in a solid, fulfilling, passionate relationship, romantic relationship? Is that what you would love? Is that what you would love to have? Do you want the connection? Right? Because sometimes it's not about the relationship, it's about the connection. Sometimes it's not about the money, it's about the freedom. Okay? Sometimes it's about feeling good in your body. It's not about losing the weight. It's about feeling good in your body. It's about feeling safe in your body. Having a regulated nervous system. Sometimes it's about that. Would you love to pay off all of your expenses and always have enough coming in so that you can always pay it off? Is that something that you would love? Would you love to change your careers? So I want you to start thinking, would you love to change your career? Would you love to quit your job? Do you love what you do right now? Do you love what you do right now? And maybe you want to walk away from that if you don't love it and start or run a successful business on your own, become a philanthropist, give generously from your heart abundantly on a regular basis. Is that something that you would love to do? Would you love to be involved in charities? Would you love to pay somebody else's rent and mortgage for them and pay for scholarships and pay for cleft lip surgery and pay for water in third world countries and pay for all of these things? Is that something that you would love to experience? So I want you to think, what would you love? And this is my favorite activity that I do with all of my students. It's my favorite activity. And the reason it's my favorite is because you get to dream with wonder. You get to dream like you were a child. And when you're a child and you're dreaming, nothing seems impossible. Nothing is impossible. It just is. When I was a child, I wanted to be a singing cowboy. Not a cowgirl. I wanted to be a singing cowboy. I saw myself singing up and down, riding my damn horse. Did I know how to ride a horse? No, I didn't. But I did in my dreams. I did in my dreams with my pink cowboy hat and my star, because I think I was a sheriff too. You get to dream. You get to see for yourself what is not right in front of you. And that is the basis for all things to come. because everything that was created in this world was created twice. First in the mind, and this technically is not the mind, and then in reality. So if you want a different reality, if you want reality to bend to your will and to change for you, you have to know what you want. And so you dream and let that imagination run wild and just have so much fun with it. Like when you're doing this activity, you feel so good. Your frequency goes from here to here. You are in such an attractive state that you are magnetizing people to you, even though you're doing this alone. All of a sudden your phone's gonna ring. You wanna talk to people. You feel like eating good things. You feel like smiling. You're thinking about people you enjoy, people you love, somebody you want to love. You wanna do things that make you feel good now because you've raised your vibrational state, okay? So I love this activity. So for you, this is why you need your pen and paper. I want you to write out that list. Dream of whatever it could be. Write out that list, okay? There is no idea that's too wild. No idea that's too big. No idea that's too bold, too audacious. Nothing that cannot be achieved by you. There really isn't anything that cannot be achieved by you. And I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. So put it on the list. Write it down. It could be a small thing that you'd like to achieve by the end of the year. It could be a massive thing. We can go for small manifestations, or we can go for quantum leaps. It's all possible. So what would you love? Write up whatever comes to mind, write it down, okay? And I want you to remember, the how does not matter. How you're going to achieve this thing, this feat, this quantum leap, this $1 million coming in, this relationship, this new home, this being free and clear, none of the how matters. It doesn't matter right now because it's just a wish list. It's a wish list of all the things that you would love to have, the things that you would love to entertain. Okay, so write that down. And it won't matter until you decide that you're gonna go for them, okay? Fair? So what would you love? This is the basis for your manifestation, for your quantum leap. This is where we're going, this is where we're starting off, okay? So what I want you to do then, when you're working on this list, is you're going to sit in a quiet place. You're going to sit in a quiet place without distraction, without disturbances. If your TV is on, turn it off, or put it to a station that has something that's calming playing in the background. You then want to have maybe some music that jogs emotion, that raises your vibration, that makes you feel emotionally open to what's going on. Because when you have that music on in the background and you're just sitting there and dreaming, the dreams become so vivid. They become so real. It's like you can literally touch it. You can just grab it. So some music in the background, okay? Do that. I've had clients, students who've envisioned a relationship, a passionate relationship with someone they're not in a relationship with currently. You know, it was on their list. And the person wasn't even like a real person. They just wrote down they wanted a passionate relationship, right? Fire-filled, exciting, joy, love, connection. They wrote that they wanted all of that. And they're already in a relationship with someone. But they envisioned it was someone else. And what that did was it did not give them license to go leave their relationship and to cheat. What it did was it opened their eyes to the fact that they were no longer fulfilled in the current relationship that they were in, and that there were some changes that needed to be made because they still wanted to be with the one that they were in love with, or slightly falling out of love with. They still wanted to be with the one that they were in the relationship with, They just wanted things to feel and be different because that relationship no longer felt good to them. So they wanted it to feel and be different. And of course, they focused on their approach to the relationship because now they knew this was the thing that they wanted. They focused on their approach to that relationship. How did they speak to their partner? How did their partner speak to them? Were they always getting upset when something wasn't done? Why are you getting upset when something wasn't done? So then they would focus on themselves. Because to be in a successful relationship, you have to be a success at that relationship on your own, right? You have to be worthy, and you are worthy of, but you have to be worthy of that relationship, be that partner. And when people say, this is my other half and this is my other half, no, you have to give 100 of yourself and 100 of yourself. There is no half. When you're asking for half from someone else, you're not getting the full shebang. And you're not giving your full self, good, bad, and ugly. So they approached their relationship differently. They started to reconnect with their partner, which is so good. So good. And then they would say what they were feeling because somehow the communication broke down. And this all stemmed from, if anything and everything were possible, what would I love? They got to dream again. Too many of us are walking around in life unhappy, unfulfilled, just accepting the status quo, settling for life. And you know how I feel about a settlement. Like when you go to court, usually with the settlement, people who settle, they take whatever they get because they don't feel like they can get any better. And so many of us are walking around life, walking around this world in a settlement, in something that we've settled for. When you deserve it all, God placed you here for a reason, not to have a mediocre experience, but to experience all the joys, all the wonders, all the miracles that are found on this planet, that are found in this earth, that are found within you. Okay? So with them, they reignited their relationship. It's so fulfilling and loving and exciting again. And they date again. They've been together for, I think it was 8 years. And they stopped dating. Because life and money and responsibilities and children and this and that. And they forgot about themselves, the core. But my client thought, if anything and everything were possible, what would I love? And because they envisioned the relationship that they wanted with someone else, they decided to work on that current relationship to make it the relationship they wanted. And it turns out their partner wanted the same thing. But nobody was willing to say anything because, I don't want to rock the boat. It's cheaper to keep her. Stuff like that. We're walking around in fear, not knowing what each other wants. And we're supposed to be in a committed relationship that can't work. So what would you love, okay? And so when you write out your laundry list of things that you would love, because it's a laundry list, it's a grocery list, as if you're going grocery shopping. You've sat down, you've got your music playing, you've got your emotions being evoked, you feel really good, you're really relaxed, you're seeing here, there, and everywhere, you're traveling in your mind's eye, you are paying for things, you're shopping, you're on vacation, whatever it is that's on your list, big and small. Maybe you want to fly private, maybe you want to fly coach, maybe you want to fly to a luxury destination first class. It's all on your list, right? Maybe you want to just buy healthy produce instead of things that you can currently afford. Maybe you just want to eat better. Whatever it is, you're writing this out all on your list, okay? Now, the next thing you're going to do is you're going to choose 3 things from that list. The 3 things that to you are the most pressing, that to you really want to have, do, be experienced now. Go now. Okay, so you'll circle them and then you're going to write that you're going to choose those 3. From those 3 now, I would encourage you to choose the one that you want first. Okay? You can manifest things simultaneously. You can get more than one thing at the same time. But I just want you, for the sake of this exercise, to focus on the thing that you want to happen first. Okay? And then what you're going to do is you're going to write down on a piece of paper you're going to write out your vision in real time, in the present tense, as if it's happening right now. So it's not, I will be rich. It's, now that I'm a millionaire, I ... Okay, so you're writing it from the place of it's already happened. You've already fulfilled your wish. Your dream has come true. You have achieved the success. And we know that success is guaranteed, but you have achieved the success now. I want you to write out a clear, detailed vision, what it looks like, where you live, what car you drive, if you drive, what your home looks like, how many bedrooms, is it a home, a house, traditional house, is it a condo, is it on the water, is it in the mountains, whatever it is. What do you do? What is the thing that you really, really wanted to experience? How is life now that you have experienced it? You got to write that in full detail. It should be at least a page long, because you're writing out every single detail of what it looks like and what it feels like to live from that place, okay? So you're writing it in the present tense. You could even write it in the past, okay? You could even write it in the past, because I've experienced it already. Okay, I love this exercise. And so I said, it's not I'm going to become a millionaire. It's now that I'm a millionaire, I did, I went, I shop, I sleep until I'm finished sleeping. I no longer wake up, or I don't use an alarm clock. I can take my kids to school instead of having to put them on the bus because I'm not running off to a job I don't love. That's in the present, okay? And that's what you're going to do. So we're going to try that now, actually. I'm going to take you through a guided visualization, okay? I'm going to take you through a guided visualization. So based on what you've envisioned for yourself, I'm sure you've thought about it now. You have an idea of what you want your life to look like now. And so I'm going to walk you through a visualization. This is what I do with my paying students, with the members of the Breakthrough Academy. And we go through a visualization every so often, just to keep it at the forefront of our mind and to keep it on our heart and on our subconscious. So in this moment, what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you to just sit and just listen to my voice. There's nothing that you need to do. I'm going to ask you to forego the urge to go to the washroom, or to go make a cup of tea, or to get up and go do something, or watch TV while you're listening, because this is for you in this moment right now. Okay? So I'm going to put on a little bit of music in the background, because this is what we do. Music invokes emotion. Okay, you should be able to hear that. And I want you to sit, and I want you to sit open, okay? And to be open is to have your hands palms up, shoulders relaxed. Take some deep breaths. Breath in for 2, hold, and out for 2. Again, in for 2, hold, out for 2. I want you to be in a really relaxed state. And now close your eyes. You don't need to see me. You don't need to see anything. But just listen to my voice. I want you to envision there's lavender energy falling from the sky. It's right up in the universe. Just lavender energy coming down. You look at it And you notice it's coming towards you. I want you to sense that it's safe. It feels safe. It will not harm you. And so you welcome it. I want you to imagine that there is a funnel right at the top of your head, sitting right at the top of your head. And that lavender energy is flowing right into the funnel and in through the top of your head. It's pure, cleansing energy flowing through your body. It's coming down through your head, through your face, down through your neck. The energy is flowing through your shoulders and down to your arms. It's going through your chest and your back, down to your waist. You feel it. It's cleansing energy. It's down into your hips and through your thighs down to your knees, through your calves, down to your ankles, through your feet, and to your toes. And it's pure lavender energy. And as you sit there with your eyes closed, you feel the energy. You feel that it's starting to burn white. And you feel all the love around you, those who you love and those who love you. You feel all the things that make you happy. Listen to my voice, and just to my voice. I want you to think about again all the people that you love. And now I want you to think about what you really want to achieve in this life. What do you want to see happen by the end of the year and into next year? Picture it. Picture it. Because we're about to go visit it right now. Okay? I want you to see yourself standing up and going to your front door. When you open the door, you look down and you see this big cloud. Don't be afraid. Step on the cloud and sit down. Just listen to my voice and go with it. The cloud is starting to carry you away. Up, up. It's taking you further and further away from your home. And as you look down, your home looks so small. The higher you get. You're going so high, you're traveling through the universe, and you feel at peace. You're not afraid. Just listen to my voice. And as quickly as we got to the top, we now feel the descent. You're slowly going down. It's slow. It's peaceful. You're not afraid. And as you look around, you notice we're landing on a beach. The most beautiful beach you've ever seen. Is the sand white? Is the sand black? Whatever you see, it's the most beautiful beach you've ever seen. And the waves are crashing and it's so peaceful, and you get off the clouds. You see the most beautiful, beautiful, gorgeous beach houses you've ever seen in your life. They're huge, they're expensive. And you notice a path that just appeared out of nowhere, but that path is for you. You sense you need to walk along that path, and you do. And that path leads you directly to the most beautiful house you've ever seen in your life. And so you're walking the path slowly, and as you're walking the path, you're looking around, and you feel the warm breeze on your skin, and you hear the waves crashing. And when you approach this house, you notice the doors open, as if they've been waiting for you. And they have been. You walk on through the door and you know it is safe. Your body feels safe, your system is regulated, you feel welcome here because you are. And so you walk in and you feel at peace. And it all feels so familiar, So familiar. And as you walk through this house and you see the pictures on the walls, you smile and you keep going. And you walk straight on in. Straight to your left, you notice there's a beautiful, beautiful table. Wooden, sturdy, regal. And there's a place set for you. A table setting for you. And you notice at the other end of the table, there's someone sitting down, but their back is to you. You can't quite see their face, but you're not afraid. It's just so familiar here. You know this place, and you know this person. You feel like you know this person. And just as you go to sit down, you see the other person is looking at you. They're smiling. That other person is you. That other person is you. They are you with your wish fulfilled. They are the version of you where your dreams have come true. They are the version of you where everything you've ever wanted is in the now, in this moment. It's your reality. And so you begin to talk to each other. Just a lovely conversation. And you talk about your whole journey, how you got from where you are, where you were, to where you are right now. And you listen. And you take it in. And you embrace the information. Because your wish has been fulfilled. How you manifested this dream life is a conversation you're having. You're talking about the people you spend your time with now. How you spend your days now. The wish fulfilled you tells you everything you did to get to this point. And you embrace it. And they say to you, in this moment, you did it. You did it. You smile at each other, and you know you have fulfilled your wish. And then with a quick embrace, you get up and you start to walk back to the door, and you go onto the cloud, and that cloud takes you right back up, 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 and through the universe, and slowly back to your home. You start to descend. You start to descend. And you feel amazing because you've seen your wish come true. And you walk into your door and you go back and you sit down in your living room and you just feel how wonderful it felt, how wonderful it feels to have seen everything you want to come true. Okay, I want you to open your eyes now and just kind of revel in the feeling. It feels really good, doesn't it? It feels so good. Now, I can guarantee you probably thought of what that conversation was, what they told you to do. Be bolder. Go for your goals. Don't take no for an answer. Start today. Forget the fear, because we make it. And you cannot and you don't need to be afraid anymore because you've seen that you did it. It's done. The reality is there. It's in another universe, in another, it's an alternate reality. Your wish has been fulfilled. And because you've gone there and because you've seen it, you have no choice now but to go for it and call it to you. So in this moment now, you get to live as the person who's already achieved the goal because it's there. They told you what they do. They told you how they speak. They told you who's in your life. They told you what life is like. They told you how to get there. And it's beautiful. It's beautiful. And that is how you do a guided visualization. And I highly recommend you do one of these, every day. Visualize every day. Because you want to absorb the feeling. When you absorb the feeling of your wish fulfilled, of your dream reality, your subconscious does not know whether it's real or not. It cannot reject any information. It takes from you what you give it. Not your conscious mind, not your thinking mind, your emotions and your beliefs. And so before you go to bed tonight, I want you to have that vision of you living from the place where it's done, what it's like, where you go, how you speak, what you'll be doing tomorrow, all of those things. Because when you're going to sleep, just before you fall asleep, that's when your subconscious is most open, most receptive to receiving all that you want to give it. And it will work on your behalf while you sleep, while you are re-energizing yourself, raising your frequency to get to that place so that when you wake up the next day, you feel like you've already accomplished it. And you start taking actions from that place. And when you start taking actions from that place, you have no choice but to start calling those experiences into your life, because that's how it works. It's the ask, believe, receive method. So what you ask for is what you've written down, what you would love. What you believe, you've seen it in your vision. You believe it to be true. You know it's true, and with God's help, you'll get it. And then you receive it, because that is the law. That is manifestation. God told us this. Jesus told us this. I'm not making this up. This is centuries old. But you've been called here today because this is something that maybe you just weren't thinking about, and you are now open to receiving and changing and living from a different place. Okay? So that's what we do with creating the vision. Now that you know what you want the rest of your year to look like, what's that first action going to be? What is your inspired action going to be? That first step you're going to take. You've written it down, you know what you want. The first thing you're going to do is decide you're going to get it. So you've made the decision. Decisions like that, super quick. The next thing you have to write down, what things can I do today that will get me closer to my tomorrow goal? And even forget tomorrow goal, because the reality is already created. It's created right now. And in manifestation and in quantum leaping, there is no time. So what are the actionable steps that I can take that will get me to my desired reality that you've seen with your own imagination? You've seen it through your eyes. What is it? Your mind's eye. So it's there. Just like somebody had to have the vision to create the phone that you're watching this on before it was created. Just like somebody had to have the vision to create the chair that you're sitting on before it was actually created. You had the vision of your wish fulfilled, of that new reality. And you had to see it first before it became visible in your 3D world, observed in your 3D world. Okay? So what are the actionable steps that you've got to take? Write them down and then get to them. Get to them immediately. Do not wait. Do not wait. Do not let life come and stop you, distract you, take your focus away, because inevitably it will. Once you decide, excuse me, once you decide to change your life from the way it is to another way, another reality, you're going to notice some things start to happen. You're going to notice Distractions from everywhere. People who haven't called you in a long time are going to start calling you now. I say hello, have a little conversation, but remain focused. The goal is to distract you and keep you exactly where you are. But you are now destined for something else because you've seen it. You felt it. And you're living it in an alternate reality. It is real. It is tangible. So distractions are going to come. Disappointments are going to come. Unexpected bills are going to come in your way. Arguments. You might even lose your job. Things like this happen. I do not want you to be discouraged, because now that you've decided that you want something else, God is making room for you. He said, okay, I will give you what you want because you asked for it and you believe that it's done. The universe says your wish is my command, so it's got to make room for the new to appear in your life. And sometimes that means stepping away from people who no longer fit your life or fit where you're going. You know, the reason, season, or lifetime that people are supposed to be in your life, a reason or for a season or for a lifetime. That's a real thing. And I don't want you to feel bad about that. I want you to recognize that some relationships get you to where you're supposed to be. And then this is as far as they go. Some people are just connectors in your life. They connect you to the next step, to the next person, to the next resource. You're not using them. This is literally their life's work to connect you, to catapult you to your next, to your best, to your elevated state. Okay? That's what this is. And you've got to be open to it. And so you've made the decision and you have your inspired actionable steps. You know what you're supposed to do. You're going to embody this lifestyle now. You're going to live from the place of the person who has it, because you know how they live. You know how they dress. You've seen them. You've seen you. You're going to live from that place. And it's so good. It's so good. Okay? You're going to do all of those things. That's how you've created a vision, and that's how you stay in the vision. Visualize every day. Visualize every day. Visualize multiple times a day. Keep it at the forefront, because again, those distractions and things to take you away from your focus is going to come. And the people who get you out of your emotions and make you just real angry that you want to, they're going to come. And somebody's going to say something that brings you right back out of your euphoric feeling state, so that they can bring you back down to where you were. Because your subconscious, your old you, is fighting for its life. It's fighting to stay relevant. But now that you've seen the new, now that you've seen what's available, now that you've seen what you want, you have to rise and elevate and get to that place. And old you needs to take a back seat. And people do it all the time, every day. Every day. This is how I was able to manifest over $1 million in 9 months. Because I envisioned something different for myself. I saw a new reality. I saw a new home. I saw a new car. I saw a new business. I saw living free and clear. I saw it. I saw it. I saw it. I felt it. I started to live from that place every day, even when there was no evidence of it. Even when there was only $50 in my account, I saw 0.00000 plus the 1. Okay? You have to remain so constant, so vigilant. You have to. You've got to be obsessed with this reality, because it's just waiting for you to bend and hop on over. Okay? Okay. And I firmly believe, with regards to all of this, that there are no coincidences. People come into my life and my energy when they're either at a crossroads, an impasse, or probably the lowest of low they've ever been. I don't go seeking for people. It's like, I say this to my daughter all the time, when we go to a store and we walk into a line, we are like the first at the line or second in the line, and then immediately the line gets long behind us, right? We're always right where we need to be when we need to be there. And it's the same thing. People come into my energy when they need to either ascend, to get clarity, to transform, to change their life, change their reality. And they're brought into this space, into my energy, because I've done it and I can guide them to do it themselves. And that's why I created the Breakthrough Academy. It's an unconventional education institution, right? And we teach you that you're under absolutely no obligation to be the same person you were 5 minutes ago. Under no obligation. We encourage you to take leaps of faith and decide that even though you're afraid, to elevate yourself. Okay? And that you are a spirit, to remind you that you are a spirit having a human experience. It's not the other way around. And since your spirit is perfect, to help you remember who you are at your core. And we do that through programs and courses and one-on-ones and online communities. I've created all of that. I created a community because I needed a community. And I've been doing a lot of work one-on-one with my students, with the classroom, and seeing a lot of change. A lot of change. And so we welcome everyone into our Breakthrough Academy family. And by Breakthrough Academy family, it's again, anyone who's been in a course, who's in one of our communities, maybe the Money Mindset and Manifestation, anyone who's done a one-on-one program with me, or is in a one-on-one program with me right now, anyone who's used and worked from our workbooks. I want you to know that you are a part of our family, and that is what it is, right? You are all a part of our BA family. For a reason, you were called here, okay? And I want you to feel that way. That's what I want for you, okay? So the Breakthrough Academy, it was created from my heart. It was created from my heart a few years ago, and it's quickly expanding. And the reason why it's expanding is because people are now coming into the part of their life where they desire more. They desire better experiences. They desire more fulfillment from life. Because what you have right now might be good, but oh my gosh, there's excellence waiting for you. There's expansion waiting for you. Okay? There's greater consciousness waiting for you. Elevated consciousness waiting for you, okay? And I need you to understand something. You don't have to know how your transformation is going to happen, how your manifestation or how your quantum leap is going to happen. You don't have to know how it's going to happen. You just have to know that it's going to happen. Bob Proctor used to say that all the time. You don't have to know how it's going to happen. You just have to know that it is going to happen. Okay? And many of my students, when they get into my energy, because as you can probably feel, my energy is not low. It's different from what it used to be. Different from what it used to be. I used to be very closed off. I used to be very suspicious. Isn't that suspicious? Very, very suspicious. Always wondering, what do you want? What's the catch? What's going on? What's going on? Right? But that's not my energy anymore. So a lot of people, when they come into my energy, it takes them a little while to ascend. Okay? It takes them a little while to ascend and to elevate into the new version of themselves. And that's okay. And that's okay. And it's because their old energy and their old identity is fighting for its life. It's got them in a chokehold. It's so strong. It's trying to pull them back. It's trying to pull them back. But for me, I see things in a different way. I see you at your highest level. I see the best for you even if you don't see it for yourself. That's just who I am. I see you at the highest, grandest version of yourself. Okay? And so when you join me in any of my programs, for instance, Unlimited, effectively, it's like effective immediately, I am unlimited. You are unlimited. Once you join me in my program, that's what I see. Effective immediately, you are unlimited. Effective immediately, you are a millionaire. Effective immediately, you've achieved the goal you wanted to achieve. Effective immediately. There's no, it's coming. That's what I see for you, and what I write down and what I see happens. I've gotten really good at manifestation, and I've gotten really good at teaching it and teaching the principles and teaching the embodiment of it, because that's one of the missing elements. There are a lot of people who teach this material, and that's fine. Everyone should be teaching this material and learning from it. But there are a lot of people who are teaching it, but they're forgetting the embodiment aspect of it. I see a lot of people who teach the energy of wealth, wealth energetics, but they have no money. And that's nothing against them. They're intellectuals. But you want to teach the embodiment aspect of it, to live from that place, so that you always experience that, so that money is infinite. Right? So that's how I see it. And I will always hold space. I will always hold space for you to rise into the person that you're meant to be. That's my favorite thing. I will always hold space for you to rise into the person that you're meant to become. Because you haven't even scratched the surface yet, baby. You haven't even come close to where you're going, who you're supposed to be, what you're supposed to do, the people that are supposed to be in your life. You haven't even met everyone yet. Isn't that awesome? And that should be so exciting, because we don't have many firsts left as we get older. But this is a beautiful first, okay? And so the people that I work with and have worked with, now they have so much confidence. They have so much confidence because they learn to adopt confidence into their identity. And they live from that place. And it's wonderful. The experiences that they have in their life right now, they continue to have patience and give themselves grace, because they're living from a different place now. They have certainty in their outcomes. They are so sure that what they want will happen, because it will. And when you live from a place of guaranteed success, from I expect the best, and with God's help I will attain the best, because if God is for us, who can be against us, right? And if God is for what you want, who can stop it from happening? And so that's the energy that we're in all the time. I had one of my students just had their biggest month. Just had their biggest month last month. So good. And they're impacting people around the world, right? With what they do and how they show up, and who they're continuing to rise into. I've had one who doubled their income. I have a student who I'm working with one-on-one right now who's tripled their income. We've been working together for 5 months now, and in 5 months they've tripled their income. Okay? I have another who, a couple who now have consistently hit 5K months. Okay? Not 5K months, 5-figure months, excuse me. 5-figure months. When they were stuck at 3,000 or 5,000 or 8,000, now they have 5K months. I have one on the verge. This is my very first one, so I'm excited. I have one on the verge, like this close, away from their first 6-figure month. And it's all because of the material and what they've learned and what they're embodying. Okay? And so it's not just about the money, though. It's about transforming your whole self. Even though, like, Unlimited is the millionaire mastery experience. It's not just about the money. It's about prosperity as a whole. And when you're prosperous as a whole, prosperity to me is success in everything. Okay? In everything. I mentioned this yesterday. It's about the growth. It's about your growth. It's about your transformation. It's about living your life on your own terms, the way you've decided, not the way you've been given and have just accepted. Okay? So with the Breakthrough Academy, I have courses, I have programs, I have communities, online communities. I have soon to be implementing live events. That one's coming soon. Live events, okay? I'm here to support you elevate in your elevation, in your ascension. That is why I'm here. And so mentoring and coaching, it's so vital. It's so pivotal for anyone who wants to change their life, anyone that wants to experience a rise, anyone who wants to make a difference in this world. Coaching and mentoring is pivotal. The best coaches have coaches. The best mentors have mentors. World leaders have mentors and have coaches and have people that performance coaches that they speak to. And if they're at the pinnacle of their game, the top of their game, it might be something that you should consider, right? I did not do this alone, and I won't continue to do this alone. I have not done this alone. I've had coaches, I've had mentors, I have coaches, and I have mentors. I've had and have, okay? And I will always ask for help. I will continue to ask for help, because in order for me to get better for you, I need the help to do so. So I have mentors and I have coaches, okay? Neil Donald Walsh, he says, if I want the best of what this world has to offer, I have to offer the world my best, right? So I want you to think from this particular place. This particular place. What would my experience in life be like if I were to become a part of this family, a part of the Breakthrough Academy? What would my experience be like in this life if I were to spend the next 6 months, a year, 2 years, or however long you'd like in this community, with our programs, with our courses, elevating yourself, ascending, hopping realities, quantum leaping, transforming into the person that you want to be, a person you probably couldn't even imagine that you are, okay? I have people that are manifesting a spot on my team as we speak to work with the Breakthrough Academy. And their time is coming, but they have to complete the material first. They have to see complete change in themselves. You know, that's all that. So let me quickly tell you about Unlimited, and then I will go and we will have the VIP day tomorrow for those who have questions more so about it. Okay, so I'm going to tell you quickly about Unlimited. It's a millionaire mastery experience. Okay, it is a 6-month intensive transformational course and group coaching program. Okay, it is a roadmap to personal growth and development. It is brilliant. This is what I'm teaching my one-on-one students, but now we're doing it in a group format. Okay, with group coaching. And so with this program, you have 2 live calls a week. So 1 live lesson with me, a live teaching from me. And then we have 1 live embodiment session. So this is where you learn how to put it into practice. This is the how to achieving. Because again, many people aren't teaching the how. I teach the how. Okay? You have a private online coaching community. Okay, so separate from the MMM group. A private online coaching community where you can interact with each other, where you can consult with one another, with other members in the group, where you can ask all the questions that you need. I'm very active in this group. You're going to share your wins. You're going to share your difficulties. Because again, we know those distractions are going to come, and you're going to get the encouragement and the accountability that you need to keep going. It's a loving place. It's a family. Okay, you're going to have all that. There is a beautifully crafted 250-page workbook that accompanies 15 recorded lessons that you're going to work at and work on at your own pace. So this is what you're working on from home at your own pace. And then each week we go and we have the live lessons that correspond with. okay? And sometimes the lessons will not correspond with week 1, week 2, week 3. It's just what comes from my heart, what comes from God, what lessons that I feel like you need to know in the immediate from questions that people have. It's very, very, very impactful, okay? And like I said, I'm very active in this group, and you're gonna learn how to achieve big goals. That's what I want for you, to learn how to achieve big goals and how to collapse time and how to quantum leap your reality, quantum leap your life, okay? How to manifest your millionaire lifestyle, your millionaire mindset. That's what this is, okay? And aside from that, you're gonna envelop a prosperity consciousness, that wholeness that we were talking about. It's gonna be so great that it helps you succeed in all areas of your life. That's what unlimited is. It's so good. It's so good. And so there are phases of focus. We talk about emotional regulation and regulating your nervous system. We talk about leadership. There's phase of leadership. There's stepping into your identity. There's wealth energy. And then there's leaving legacy. Leaving that legacy. So a living legacy. So that is an unlimited. And this is for you if you want to grow into yourself. Okay? It's if you want to grow into your goals and if you want to operate at a higher level and if you want to operate at the frequency of millions and the frequency of wealth. This is for you. And on top of that, have an increased level of wealth energy. It's for you for that. Okay? If you want permanent change, if the way your life is right now is not how you want to spend the rest of your life, this is for you. And if you want to just transform your whole life, whether it's, I'm done being here and I want to move, help me figure that out. Bob Proctor used to say, tell me what you want and I will help you get it. And so I say, tell me what you want and I will help you get it. Okay? And so that's unlimited. That's the unlimited program. And it's brilliant. Again, it's 6 months. It's 6 months in our energy. And it's everything that you need to transform yourself, to personally grow and develop into who you need to be, to have what you want to have, to get what you want to have. We've done the guided visualization. When we are done with this, go back and watch it. Check the replay. Do it often. And if this resonates with you, if this feels like something that you would like to pursue even further, and you've enjoyed these 3 days of the Wealth Energy Masterclasses, then tomorrow I'm going to be hosting a VIP day. This is just for people who want more information on Unlimited and our courses and our workbooks. That's it. Okay? There will be, like I said at the top, we're moving the Q&A till tomorrow with the VIP day. So if this is something that you would like to be a part of, please comment. It is going to be a Zoom call. Okay, it's going to be a private Zoom call, probably about 30 minutes or so. But I can answer your questions and I can tell you about Unlimited even more so. If you need help signing up, you can learn about the cost. Actually, I'll tell you the cost now. It's $6,000 USD. That's our introductory cost. And you can learn about the payment plan or paying in full. Okay? So I'll tell you the payment plan is a little bit more than the pay in full. It's just what it is. When people pay in full, they're getting into the energy of wealth. So if there's something you want to know, if you want to know how to, maybe you want to come into it later. No, we're not even entertaining that. But you just want to know more about Unlimited and how it would feel to be in our community for the next 6 months to a year and beyond if you desire. Write in the comments that you're interested in the VIP day and I will send you the link to the Zoom and we will have a beautiful conversation and you will hear all the things that you need to hear to make an informed decision on your own without pressure. Okay? But I will tell you this, if you have been here every day, of this masterclass, your heart has led you here, you desire more, Unlimited is for you. And whether you're nervous about the cost or nervous about the experience, you know you are meant to be there. You know it's meant for you, and you're going to put your fear aside and join us. And join us, okay? There will be some other goodies added. I will talk about that tomorrow at the VIP day, but that's that. So, like I said, okay, Brandon, I will send you the link. Perfect. Like I said, you are unlimited. Everything that you want, you can have. There's just a different perspective that you need to get into, a different energy that you need to get into. There's work on yourself that you need to do. You need to become the expert at you. I will help you do that. I will help you become that. It is my life's work. It is my joy. And it is my privilege and my honor. It is my privilege and my honor. Okay? If you know anyone who would benefit from coming on the VIP day call, let them know. Let them know. Because we're going to be doing some amazing things together. Okay? So we are ending this call. I think this was beautiful. To those of you who are hopping on the replay, go ahead and watch this whole thing. You're going to love it. Just go back and start it. You're going to love it. The guided visualization is one of my favorites. One of my favorites. And we do this often in the Breakthrough Academy on our calls. Okay? To get you into the feeling, to get you into the vision, to get you to the place, to that reality that you want to get to. All right? I will talk to you soon. See you all at VIP Day. Bye.